Hello, my name is Amos Tarfa, and in this video, I'll be talking about the curriculum that we're using at the Life STEM Academy. I started the Learning Institute for Excellence in 2013 with the goal of helping students to flourish in all areas of life. And in this program that we're running in the fall of 2022, we want to provide K-12 students with the opportunities to grow in their STEM education, but as well as in their understanding of history and how it connects to literature. So let's look at the curriculum options we're using this year, and then I'll answer questions in the next series of videos. So first of all, the program is on Mondays and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Students can come to the class right at the school. They basically show up and they have a schedule that they follow. They have teachers that are helping them in different aspects. The morning set of the classes in the morning are from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then at 12 p.m. there's a lunch and playtime till about 1 o'clock. And at 1 o'clock they do either French or music or debate, depending on the day of the week. And I'll talk about that in the schedule. Actually, while we're talking about the schedule, why don't we look at that quickly, and then we'll look at the curriculum in detail. So basically with the schedule, we start at 9 a.m. That's when people start arriving. Some people might arrive earlier, but please make sure you inform us if you do plan to start coming earlier. At 9:15, we have chapel, which is an opportunity for the students to learn different lessons from the Bible, listen to some guest speakers, and also they get to share some of the things they're learning, so the students can share lessons they're learning from what they're reading. They get to sing songs that maybe have ministered to them recently, and we'll just get a time to be together as a school, or as a homeschool school, if you could call it that. And so that's the plan from 9:15 to 9:45. At 9:45, we have mathematics. When it comes to mathematics, we know that students are in different phases. And so this is where we have different options. Now, away from the school, our students have access to resources in our online modules. We have a website called learn.fulllifeacademy.org that houses all our courses. And on that website, students can either be taking pre-algebra, algebra 1, 2, or algebra 2, pre-calculus, calculus, and so on. So during the week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, when students are not in class, they are working on their projects and their homework in mathematics at home. They have access to videos they can watch. They have access to different resources they can use. So that's what happens on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays as it relates to mathematics especially. They basically get access to resources for these courses, and then when they come to class, we'll talk about some of the concepts they're learning and then give them time to ask questions. Now, if they have questions that go beyond what we might be able to discuss in class, we will love to have them just send an email so we can set up a Zoom meeting with a tutor that can help the student catch up on anything they're working on. So that's for the math options for the students. So 9:45, students go to their math class. 10:30, they go to their science class. Now, this is the middle school, high school schedule. At 10:30, you go to science, and there's only three major science courses we're looking at this year. But if students want to take anything outside of that, let us know, and we can try and organize what might need to happen for that to happen. But these are the different science options that students can take out of class. But if they want to attend the classes in here, we have general science, we have physical science, and chemistry. Those are the ones that we can focus on and zoom in on. And so we have general science, physical science, as well as chemistry. If students want to do the other courses, as I said, we can look at what parents or what teachers are available to teach those courses. Otherwise, I would recommend that we use either an Apologia DVD series, or we use one of the websites available to teach the other courses. So that's those science options for middle school and high school. Now, if the middle school students want to use the J. Wiles curriculum, that is an option, and I'll discuss what that curriculum is. The Science in the Beginning series, which is a science and history curriculum. I think it's a very good approach to teaching science. So that's the high school section. Let me go down the list here of science. So with science, the J. Wiles sequence has 5 books in the elementary series. They have books like Science in the Beginning, Science in the Ancient World, Science in the Scientific Revolution, Science in the Industrial Revolution, and so on. So you see, the idea is you're studying science in different time periods. I think it's a brilliant idea to teach the history of science as well as the concepts that students are learning in science. One thing I tell parents and students is that wouldn't it be amazing to know why some of those scientists were losing sleep over certain aspects of reality? Understand why they were losing sleep, and then you can understand why they were passionate about those fields of science. See, if we understand the context of the discovery, it will enrich our ability to digest and care about the discovery. But if we don't have any context, then it's a little harder to digest and it's a little harder to care. And part of what we're trying to do with our program is we want to inspire lifelong learning. We want to inspire students to love learning. And we do that partly by using science and math history. Our math students get access to our math history videos. So our students are learning things in math, and they're learning the context, the application, and so on and so forth. So that's the science and math sort of dimension. We're teaching it with the history built in because we believe that's important. And there are research papers that also say what I'm saying, that teaching the history adds another layer that can be very helpful to students. For history literature, we basically have Nordgrass 50 states for kindergarten through 4th grade students. They're basically learning about the 50 states in the United States, and they're learning the different aspects of these states. Now, there's songs they can learn to sing about the states and capital. We want to integrate singing. So our program does follow a classical education approach, but it is a STEM academy. So we don't see why we can't do both at the same time, and that's why we're doing it that way. So for the elementary school students, we want them to sing. We want them to learn different songs about, just different aspects of the world that they live in. So for the K through 4th grade, so we have our classrooms here broken down into different configurations. You can put the kindergartners and 1st graders together on our Monday, Thursday class, and they will be working on different aspects of, Nordgrass, but we also understand that they need to be working on their English and then spelling and different elements of that. For the mathematics, they're working on arithmetic with addition and subtraction mostly, using manipulatives, playing games, and learning all they need to learn for mathematics. For 2nd through 4th grade, we want students to also consider using the Nordgrass 50 states, and they can use science in the beginning with J. Wiles, and they can use the elementary math of learning multiplication and division. Now, at any time, if students have mastered what they need, we always encourage them to keep moving forward. There's no reason to keep repeating the same topic over and over again if you've mastered it and you know how to work out the problems. Someone asked a very good question yesterday. When we talk about mastery, are we saying that people can do problems in seconds quickly? Well, that would be good, but that's not really what I mean by mastery. Part of what I mean by mastery is that the student can do the problem, even if it takes them 10 seconds or 20 seconds. But eventually what happens is they should keep working to reduce the time, especially when it comes to like math facts, right? For 4 times 4, yes, we do expect that the student is answering that in less than 5 seconds, for example. But if we're dealing with a 3-digit multiplication, as long as the student is working out the problem and making the progress, that's great. But my dream, I say, is that one day I want students to be divided, not based on, or not divided, but what I mean is I want students to be, in terms of understanding and knowledge base, I want the difference between 2 students not to be if they understand, one understands the concept and the other doesn't. But what I want to be different between students is how fast they can do the problem, but I want all of them to be able to do the problem. It's really sad that in some of our classrooms, there are students who are sitting there saying, I don't know what's going on. But then you have another student there saying, I'm ready to move on. What if we work to create systems that help these students learn to master content well and effectively, with efficiency, effectiveness, master the concept, so that the difference between 2 students is simply in how fast they do the problems, not if they understand the problem, right? And I know that's going to take work, and that's part of why our school is open year-round. We don't like the idea of taking 3 months off in the summer. So students who get our courses have access year-round to keep practicing. Practice is very important, and we don't want them to lose ground. It's very important that we keep making progress because the students they have a life ahead of them, right, by God's grace, and we have one life to live. Why don't we be efficient in how we learn so that our students can move on to become who God made them to be rather than wasting time they don't need to waste? I believe the 3-month summer idea is not a good idea. And the statistics clearly show that America, being one of the worst countries in math and science, I think, this is one of my, I make this hypothesis, and is the summer piece. I think the summer piece is affecting our students in a very bad way. In many countries, including where I grew up in Nigeria, we do not have 3 months straight of nothing, right? Most parents are thinking of lessons and books or things that students can do, at least when I was young. I don't know what parents are doing these days in Nigeria, but that's the approach we were using. Can students play? Yes, but what I'm asking of them in the summer is even 40 minutes to an hour and a half a day. That's not too much to ask for, I don't think. Whether they're doing a little bit of math, sharpening their skills, or they're reading some books and doing math, those are things that will help them go far in life. Reducing the waste will increase the time for them to think about their lives and their professions and why God made them. Why do I exist? What can I do to be a blessing to others? Those are the things we want them to be focusing on. So we've talked about the math options. Again, we have elementary math and arithmetic, pre-algebra, algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry, pre-calc, calculus 1. Statistics, sometimes people say they want to take statistics instead of calculus. You know what? That's fine. My take on that is why not take both? And then our students can also try and go to a local community college if they want to take calculus 2, calculus 3, differential equations, and linear algebra. There's options online for them to do that, but many colleges will be very glad if you showed up and said, hey, I'm in 8th grade, but I'm ready for Calc 2. Well, great. Can let's work on that. That will be something that will be really cool. So please let's encourage our students not to limit themselves. Let them keep growing and learning and working hard. One of the pieces of this program involves study skills. Our students need to have good study skills so that they are able to take on harder courses, and because they've been because they know how to review their notes, which they've taken, right? Taking good notes will help them in understanding the material, but then they can refer back when they forget. Study skills are very important. So all our students will get study skills, preparation, and lessons. I have some documents here, some worksheets that they can use to schedule their days every day, schedule what they want to do each day for each subject. Those tools are available to all of our students. So we have our science options. Again, we have the ones offered in class, and then we have the ones that are just online. We have the details for math, for science, for kindergarten through 12th grade. Finally, with the Notgrass, we have From Adam to Us or World History, but both of them are focused on world history. Our students can take the world history a Notgrass program, which is tied to literature, so they're reading books about certain time periods. So for example, if you're in the 17 or 1800s, you read the section of history in the book, but then you also read books that might have been written in the 17 or 1800s. You see how now you're doing your literature with your history together. And then there's actually the opportunity to do a Bible credit with Notgrass, and so you can do all of that using the curriculum. When they finish the semester, our students can also, as they go through the semester, they can read the books, the book series, Christian Heroes Then and Now. I think it's a very good resource to teach them about people of faith and missionaries and what God did through these people's lives. And then our students can CLEP the Western Civilization 1 course. We want to prepare them to the level where they can CLEP Western Civilization 1 or Western Civilization 2 if they want. So those are elements that are built into the program. We will have assessments, and there are 6 weeks of the summer that I have available to families to pick from. You could come in at any one of those times. Even if you're not attending our academy, our STEM academy, you can still come in to do the assessments and spend time with us learning math and science from 9 to 11 during specific weeks of the summer. So let me know if you have questions. Even if you don't attend, even if you're not homeschooled, even if you don't attend our academy, you can come by this summer for assessments and classes. So that's a general overview of the program. This describes some of the curriculum that we're using in terms of all of us together. Parents can always add more to these curriculums. And then this is sort of a schedule for middle school and high school. The elementary school schedule will come out later. In the afternoon, for the high schoolers, they do choir on Mondays and French on Thursdays. That's sort of the plan right now. We can switch that order later, but we'll let you know. And if you want to sign up for just specific courses, that is an option. If you just want to do math or just science or just history literature, you can sign up for that if you want. Just email me and I can send you the information. So that's a general overview of the schedule. That's a general overview of the curriculum. I will be releasing more videos that go over how we are planning to teach, the principles that we're using to inspire students to pursue excellence in learning. Our podcast, Excellence in Learning, will start off this week as well, where we'll be releasing videos and audio every week to encourage families in their quest to educate their children. I'm going to end with these two posters here. We have the goals. We want every high school student to master college-level courses. We want every educator to be equipped and to be able to challenge the inspired and to inspire those who are not interested. We want to inspire our teachers to inspire them to care about learning. And then we want all students and educators to be engaging confidently in all areas of life, not just in academics. We want our students to grow in character. We want our students to grow in their knowledge of truth and in the Word of God. We want our students to be a blessing to the world. We want them to stand out wherever they go, like Daniel, like Esther, and I can go on. But Hebrews 11 has that list of some of the people that we want them to be like. We want them to grow in all areas of life. We want to basically come alongside parents to help their children accomplish things that, sometimes the students never thought were possible. We want to take students who might not love math, for example, to love math and to excel in it, and then to consider a profession in STEM, or just to love it and enjoy it. Enjoy doing math, because math is beautiful. Just like music is beautiful, math is beautiful. We've been blessed with a music and French instructor who also has a passion for teaching music and French. Her doctorate is she has a doctorate in music. And so we're excited to see how that brings students together to learn to sing. And then she'll also be teaching French because she's originally from Canada, Quebec, I believe. So this is the last thing I'm going to talk about, which is our roots here. We have this tree that you're looking at, and it just reminds me about flourishing. We want every student to flourish. That's what it comes down to. We want you to flourish with the gifts that God has given you. Yes, Amos loves math and science, but please know that I love truth, and I love learning, and I love anything that enhances human flourishing and helps people to become who God made them to be. Thank you for watching this video. This is, again, an introduction to the Life STEM Academy. I will be available to answer questions through email. Let me know if you have any questions. We will have 3 open houses for the rest of June. So June 11th, June 18th, and June 25th. There will be like seminars, and you can also look around the classroom or the meeting space, see the different curriculum we're using. We are, again, here for 6 weeks, and then we launch in August, at the end of August, with the school year. I'm excited to see what God does as we strive to inspire students to be who God made them to be. Have a blessed day, and thank you for watching.